Hey everybody, Cynthia here, the Fishing Mommy. So today I am going to clean up my kayak and get it ready after a long winter of storage in our barn. Hopefully there are no spiders' nests or holes chewed in it, but I'm going to clean it up and get it rigged up as if I were going out on the water today and show you guys a little bit about how my kayak is set up for fishing. This is a Lifetime Tamarack Angler 100. Because I can only fish about half the year in a kayak, I have not made the investment into sort of a big boy kayak. So I'm still using my Lifetime Tamarack Angler. It's been doing great for me. It floats and it gets me on the water where I can catch fish. So that's pretty much what I need. I really don't have anything up in the front. Sometimes I move my backpack up there for easier access to my gear. I did upgrade the paddle. This one came with a paddle, but I upgraded to the Bending Branches Whisper, which is a fantastic kayak paddle. I have the 230 size, and I really like it. It's lightweight, very strong, and it's just perfect for me. Moving on, here is the Scotty style mount that actually came with the kayak, and I have my ultralight Finesse spinning setup set up in there right now. Here is one of my favorite things, and it's so simple. I got this little plastic bin at Target for about $1, and I just got it stuck in here with the bungees that hold down this hatch top. And I use this for a bait staging area, and I keep my multi-tool clip to it. This has got my pliers, my knife, things like that. I can still open my hatch, and I'm actually going to show you in a little bit why that's important. I also keep a rescue whistle right here attached permanently to this bungee. On the off chance that I ever flipped over and really needed help, that would be right there, hopefully within reach. Here is the infamous stadium seat upgrade. This is the same stadium seat that a lot of YouTubers who have this Lifetime Tamarack Angler have purchased. It's available on Amazon. I'm going to put the link down in the description below. It comes in a few colors, and it comes in a wide size as well as the standard size. The standard size fits in here perfectly. I have not removed the seat that came with the actual kayak. To be honest with you, I don't use the stadium seat every time I go out. That's the great thing about this particular quote-unquote mod, is that you're not really modifying anything. You're just strapping it in there and you can take it out. I don't use a crate. I actually use my backpack as my crate, and I keep it bungeed down in the back. Sometimes I'll move it up to the front, and the reason for that is I do a lot of shore fishing when I'm not in my kayak, and so I already have everything in my backpack. I really don't want to have to move it and put it into a crate. So here are my soft plastics and my terminal tackle. Here are my Plano boxes. Here is my anchor. Now, I have an anchor trolley. I've not installed it on this boat. Possibly because I'm lazy, possibly because I don't use the anchor that much. So I just keep it clipped back there. In case I feel like I need it, it's there. The most exciting and cool upgrade that I've done to my kayak is this right here. I screwed in a Scotty mount onto the side of the kayak, and this is the Transducer Arm mount. I've got my Fish Finder. Super cool, and as you'll see, it's a pretty clean installation. What I did was I mounted the Scotty track right here, and I have the universal mount for the Garmin Striker 4, which is the Fish Finder that I have. This is the universal mount that goes into the Scotty mount here, and it attaches to the Transducer Arm, which is here. And then this cable goes to my battery box. So I've actually only drilled one open hole into my kayak, and it's right there inside the Scotty track. But I didn't want to do a permanent installation on this boat because we also have a John boat, and in one of our other videos I showed how I had created a little snap-on system that snaps right onto the round gunnels in the John boat and will hold the Fish Finder and the Transducer Arm. So I wanted to be able to switch this Fish Finder and Transducer back and forth between the kayak and the John boat. So that's how I came up with this system. My battery box is inside here, I've got sealed battery in there. It's Velcroed in. There you go. You can see the Velcro. And then I just ran the cord across inside the boat. It comes out here, runs through the track, up into the back. So very clean installation, keeps everything out of the way. It was really important to me to keep the deck clean and not have a bunch of cables running all over the place, especially as I'm trying to paddle and fish and do a bunch of things at once. So I'm super happy with the way this came out. It was really simple. I used a 1/2-inch drill bit here to drill this hole in the deck of the boat. You know what, before I get all of these in here, I'm just gonna double check. How do I feel about that? Oh, that's awesome. Now that I have my track installed, I am all ready to deal with my battery. So, what I'm gonna do is take the transducer arm off just to make this easier to work with. This is just my Scotty mount for the fish finder itself. So what I'm going to do is I've already mounted some Velcro inside the kayak. Velcro on the bottom of my battery box and pop it in there. Now in this particular case it's a little bit of a tight fit, but there you go, done. Now a lot of people will just run the cord out through here and strap that bungee back down and be done with it. You can do that, but I don't like to have cords hanging around by my feet and by my rods and stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is drill a hole over here so I can run the cord through the kayak. I'll be able to run this up and right to the back of the Garmin without cables all around my feet. So I'm just going to use a 1/2-inch drill bit and drill right through the boat. Okay. As you can see, that's going to be big enough. The trickiest part about this is just figuring out where you can reach to from inside the boat. So what I'm actually going to do is drill right here inside the Scotty mount area. It's definitely big enough to go down. Just pull that through there. Reattach my fuse. In my battery box, by the way, you'll notice I've got a sponge. That's just to keep the battery where it belongs. I left the sponge in its plastic wrapper because just in case some water does get in here, I didn't want it to be sitting in water. I figured the plastic wrapper would just direct the water away from the battery contacts. Okay, now I'm just going to hook this up to make sure that the fuse is working after I did all that stuff to it. Lock down my battery box. Pop it back in here. So leave me a comment below if you'd like to know anything else about either this setup or this kayak, anything like that.